What tough decisions have you made to deal with higher prices?
Just tightening the belt a little, right? So mostly extracurricular activities now have gone down a lot in our household. You know, I have kids, and unfortunately, we don't get to vacation as much now, or the kids can't be in as more activities outside of, say, school or gymnastics, things like that. But you got to do what you do in these times, right? To pay for groceries and bills and heat and all that. So that's basically what we've done.
Right now, the only big decisions I can make, especially where like right now I live paycheck to paycheck, is you're kind of just having to hop around and see like where has the best sales. So you kind of have to figure out like, oh, this store is going to have their sale on this day, or this store is going to have their sale on this day, and like some of the things that you would have had a couple of years ago, you have to cut out because now it's just no longer economically viable in this day and age.
Well, I'm retired. I'm on a fixed income, and there's times that I go into the store and I have to choose not so good things to buy because of the price. What's good for you and your health, I can't afford to buy it. And I've had to do things on the side to try to make extra dollars to put the food on my table. I'll be 70 my birthday, and I'm a retiree.
Well, I am retired. I'm a retired teacher, and I do more coupon shopping than I've ever done in my life. And the flyers come out on Thursday. You get a preview on Wednesday. And, we installed a heat pump. We drive less. We're doing everything we can. We cut back our heat in the night, thermostats, regulated so that they go down to 16 at night and 20, 21 in the daytime, and we wear sweaters. It's tough. It's tough for all Canadians, I'm sure.
I have to work longer. I have to work some overtime, find a second job, and sometimes even a third. So it's, you're putting everything on the line. You have to put your family to a side a little bit because you had to support your family. So you had to make those tough decisions. So I've had to do that in the past.
Not buy so much. That's something I'm trying to. I mean, prices are gone, ridiculously high, and I don't know when it's going to stop, because there's only so much money out there that incomers like myself, retired people, and I don't know. It's not easy right now, and it looks like it's going to get worse. So what we buy now is on sale. If it's not on sale, we don't buy it. That's we absolutely got to,
Groceries, mostly, and just basic living expenses. Yeah.
What kind of decisions in what way? Like just buying other products, or?
Basically not going out anymore and cooking at home.
Cutting down on groceries. I think that's a big one for a lot of people, just watching the spending and just looking out for smaller prices instead of supporting local businesses. I think that's a big one as well.
How's that going for you?
It's going okay. As good as it can be. Everyone has to kind of get along, and make the best of what they have. So,
for me, it's just, watch when I have to go into a grocery store, it's just being very mindful of, what I'm spending, right? I think, because I'm saving for different things in terms of my own future. And so having to be able to budget properly in terms of not only at the grocery store, but also what I do in terms of my overall consumer spending and what I need to buy to be able to ensure I'm living properly, but also for securing my own future as well.
Food over rent.
Food over rent?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate for a little bit for me?
I have a 5-year-old, and sometimes you have to be short. I talk to the landlord and tell him I have to be $100 short because my daughter needs school food. Yeah.
And you, sir?
I'm more like bills over food, because food is very highly expensive these days, and trying to get proper food and try to survive is not as easy as it used to be.
Well, I think a lot of my expense goes to food, and I know Canada has some of the highest prices of food in the world. I have to watch eating organically. I notice I have to watch for sales a lot more than I used to. And I have to forego certain luxuries like eating organically or even healthier. Sometimes there are healthy things that are very inexpensive, but there are a lot of healthy things that are very expensive.
Mainly changing my shopping habits, especially related to food. Yeah. and just other spending, not as much money there for like clothing and things, non-necessity items.
Goodness gracious. Prices are getting higher for everything. Housing, rent, food. As a diabetic, I need to pay for insulin, and it's very tough. We all have to make sacrifices, and unfortunately, it reaches a limit.
And what kind of sacrifices have you made?
Well, I don't get to get the cheese I like anymore. Unfortunately, cheese and dairy are a little bit expensive, so I had to cut that out. And I'm eating less meat, unfortunately, and certainly worse cuts.
I've had to face homelessness as a single mom with 2 kids. So have been living in hotels, not paying through foster care and stuff like that. So it's the government pays for the price of the hotels. But being a single mom with 2 kids, it's definitely difficult, and trying to cut corners and not be able to get things for my kids that they need and stuff like that.